If you saw the movie, the latest Top Gun movie, eerily enough, this is that plot kind of coming to fruition in real life.
The U.S. attack on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. This morning, we're getting a look at some of the damage done over the weekend. Aerial images you see there showing impact on the surface. U.S. forces around the region and authorities at home are on alert for potential retaliation from Iran, warning its military will decide the timing, nature, and scale of its response.
I like dealing with taboo subjects, you know that, because I think the audience is already tense, and I like going there. I like talking about things that some people are worried about or whatever. And I don't think they feel alienated because I'm often on their side. I'm often creating an outside enemy to them as well, you know, like oppression or cancel culture or you know, bosses, the filthy rich. So it's like us against them, I suppose, and I try and be one of them.
This is a plan that took months and weeks of positioning and preparation so that we could be ready when the President of the United States called.
The Speaker of the House, who is from your own party, has really rejected this. He says the Article 1 power of Congress really allows for the president to do this. It was a limited, necessary, targeted strike, he says.
Well, he's probably referring to the War Powers Act of 1973, but that's been misinterpreted. There was no imminent threat to the United States, which was what would authorize that. And I think that's peculiar to hear that from the Speaker of the House. Look, Congress was on vacation last week when all this was happening.
You haven't been briefed on any of
We
the details.
haven't been briefed. They should have called us all back. And frankly, we should have debated this War Powers resolution that Ro Khanna and I offered instead of staying on vacation and doing fundraisers and saying, oh, well, the president's got this under control. We're going to cede our constitutional authority.
What has all this been about if it does not destroy the nuclear material? Of course, what Israeli Channel 13 means is that the only way that you can destroy Iran's nuclear industry is by person, boots on the ground. And that is only possible if you have regime change. They've even appointed the new head of state, that fella in Los Angeles, who's never been in Iran since he was a child. He's the new head of state. And just to throw some sand in the face, there's going to be a Sunni Muslim prime minister. They've got the terrorist group, MK. They've got the Renta mob, Kurdish factions, ready to march on Tehran, but they cannot muster the 1 million strong army that they would require.
Yeah, so what we're looking at here is we're being told this is, I think, anywhere from just shy of 200 to 300 feet in depth. There are all kind of reports out there of 1,000 foot, but I think that's more propaganda. So what you end up doing is if you saw the movie, the latest Top Gun movie, eerily enough, this is that plot kind of coming to fruition in real life. It's not just one bomb. It'll be a bomb after a bomb to get through that penetration.
And just lastly, that's what you're talking about. Can penetrate up to 200 feet below the surface. And then, of course, we'll see it try and put the second one in there and go down in there. Yeah. Let's bring in David Burke, our Top Gun and former Top Gun instructor, retired U.S. Marine Corps officer. Now, David, I don't know how well we did that, but you know this better than anybody. Talk to us about, questions over whether or not this can successfully be done.
Said a lot of shit I don't understand. And if I don't understand it, you don't understand it.
I've got a queue of names I can give you. 80 countries long. 80 countries long that the United States has invaded since the end of World War II. Invaded or subverted by way of proxy armies or assisted in the terrorist overthrow, mass murder, assassination, and other means to alter the course of the trajectory of those countries struggling to be free. So Israel can't be blamed for those, you see. It's not Israel that overthrew President Salvador Allende in Chile in 1973. It's not Israel that murdered millions of people in Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos in the 1960s and 70s. It wasn't Israel that launched the Korean War. The United States has been a malignant empire since the end of the Second World War. And I could go back. There are only actually 6 years, in the hundreds of years since the American Declaration of Independence in 1776, that America has not been involved in a foreign war.
Just sort of be honest, really. So I think some people are worried about being too sincere in case they're criticised. They don't want someone to go, oh, God, oh, God, how soppy.
Because the goal is not to completely subjugate Afghanistan. The goal is to use Afghanistan to wash money out of the tax bases of the United States, out of the tax bases of European countries, through Afghanistan and back into the hands of a transnational security elite. That is the goal, i.e. the goal is to have an endless war, not a successful war.
No, it's not Israel that's controlling it. It's the people who support Israel that are controlling it. And the people who support Israel are both of the sides of the Uni Party. It's in the American empire's interest to support Israel. And they ruthlessly enforce it in the ways that you've just been talking. Iran committed 2 great sins, and none of them have anything to do with nuclear. After all, when the Shah wanted to go nuclear, the American company Westinghouse successfully bid for the project to build the nuclear plants in Iran. The 2 big sins of Iran are, first of all, they are the only state, Yemen being a partial state, and others being liberation movements, resistance movements. Iran is the only state that took action to defend the Palestinian people in Gaza and to contest the absolute domination of Israel in the region. That's its number 1 sin. Its number 2 sin is that it is an indispensable linchpin in the new world that is being born. Russia, China, Iran, the Belt and Road Initiative, the North-South Corridor, the means of breaking free from hundreds of years of Western hegemony require as a hinge a free, sovereign and independent Iran.
You don't need a formal conspiracy when interests converge. These people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them, and they're getting it.
Move on up. Why not? Good advice. Right. How are you? Welcome to another Ricky's Bollock, as it's known. There's even a gang called the Bollocks Gang. They do things for charity and ask me stupid fucking questions. Right, I've got loads of questions. Welsh Felix, what's your next creative endeavour? And what is the project you have in mind for you and Ryan Reynolds to do together? Oh, no, I said no, I haven't got a project with him. But I thought of a good advert we could do together with this and his aviation gin. So, no, it's not a project, although I would love it. He's great. I would work with him, of course. But I'm too lazy now to do anything else. The thing I'm doing at the moment, I'm developing just a pilot for an adult animation about cats. That's all I can tell you, in case it's rubbish. At the moment, it's going well. There's nothing like it. It makes me laugh. That's all you can say, isn't it? I don't know if people will love it. I don't know if it's going to be, mainstream or a cult. I mean, I thought Afterlife was a cult, but it was a huge cult that was bigger than most mainstream things. So you never know. And that I was worried about, like, how can I do a comedy about suicide and cancer? Turns out you can. Leopold and Loveday. If you were a cat like us, would you climb the Christmas tree? Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because if I was a cat like you, I'd be an idiot, wouldn't I? So I would climb the Christmas tree. Merry Christmas. That's not bad, is it? I'll do that. Drink Dutch Barn. Merry Christmas. There's an advert. Another one. It's that easy. It's that easy. And my cat, when I was little, Paddy, Big Tabby, a bit like Pickle, used to eat the lametta. You remember that sort of like stuff that you'd hang on Christmas trees that was like sort of tinfoil? It would eat that and throw it up. So we just find these really sort of glamorous, shiny balls of vomit around the house. Liberace spew. So I probably would climb the Christmas tree. Julie Kemple. Is there anyone you met professionally that has surprised you or been different to what you expected? David Bowie springs to mind. Just because he was so innovative and, I don't know, and he was like alien. And then you meet him and he's a normal bloke from South London. And he's really down to earth and funny, and he knows about stuff. He still knows what's going on. You expect him to be sort of out of touch in some sort of weird lair. Just a bloke called Davy Jones. Gonzo the Cat. If you had to choose one, would you never tell another joke in your life? That's impossible. That's impossible. Never taste alcohol again. Can I drink it and hold my nose? I think you mean never. I'll take that as never drink alcohol again. That's tough. Easier than the first one. Never travel beyond Hampstead or your house in the country. That's not that bad. The way honestly, even when I travel to places I really love, I wish they were down the road, or I could teleport myself. Just getting up and getting dressed. Lose all memories of your career since 2001. No, that's the fun bit, isn't it? Looking back at stuff. Knowing you did a good job, and that's soon. That's all you are, isn't it? Memories, when you can't actually do any of that shit anymore. I think never go beyond Hampstead. That's fine. Unless something terrible happens to Hampstead, which I don't think it will. Hampstead is one of those places that sort of time forgot. whatever's happening in the world, it's always okay in Hampstead. So I think it's got to be 3. Then I can tell jokes, drink alcohol, and remember stuff, although the alcohol. I thought that would be a good advert for alcohol, sort of like a play on words. Dutch Barn, it helps me forget, because it does actually, it can affect your memory. I told you I do honest advertising. Just me sat in a bin like that. I drink vodka because it helps me forget. What? That. Imagine that in the Super Bowl, that advert. Me in a bin going, I drink vodka because it helps me forget. What? That. Just that. It cost 40 quid, that advert. Put it on Super Bowl. Well, it probably cost about $1 million to put on Super Bowl, but you know what I mean? They're already regretting giving me the company. Right, one more. Jenna, I'm going on my first ever trip to New York tomorrow. Where is your favourite part of New York and why? Oh, Central Park. We go every day, Central Park, walk every day, like we do here. We walk on the Heath in Hampstead every day we're here. And when we're in New York, we go to the park every day. It's great. It's great. I know loads of dogs there as well. The High Line has got sort of, it's a special place for me because that was the first time I played New York when David Bowie asked me to play Madison Square Garden as a benefit for him helping build the High Line. The High Line Festival, 2007, I want to say, 6, not sure. And we usually walk that every time we're there. It's great. It's like a disused railway where they planted. It's amazing. You just walk the length of it. Sometimes a bit busy in sort of holidays and warm weather, but check out Central Park and the High Line, and those 2 things are free. I think, yeah, those 2. Check those out. Well, what have I got to say? Oh, so, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. I've invested in that as well. You know about that. Can of water. It's to cut down plastics in the ocean. Just tons and tons. But it never goes away. It kills animals, you know, fish, turtles. It's dreadful. And this is, again, completely recyclable aluminium. And it now comes in a resealable thing, so you open it and you can slide it back and it's totally resealable. So yeah, would it make a huge difference? I don't know. Maybe not in my lifetime, but you know, it's a punt, isn't it? There's worse things to do with your money. So I think it's worth a try. I can't take it with me, can I? So I'm sort of trying to spend my money on nice things, animal charities, sustainable vodka, and cans of water. And I think there's some other things. Maybe I'll do a vegan range of, I don't know, soaps or something. Just something that helps a little bit. If I do loads of things that help a little bit, you know, that's all right, isn't it? That's about it, really. Thanks for following. Yeah. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye. Amazing band. Gold in the Air of Summer. I chose that one because we finally had a nice day in England. I don't know where you are in the world, but we've had a terrible year. I don't want to be that bloke that complains, but it's been shit. And people say, oh, it's good for the farmers. They need a bit of sunshine too, though, don't they? It's not, they don't just want 6 months of rain. What are they farming? Mould. I'm a mould farmer. I'm a farmer, apparently, sort of officially, because I own an orchard and a distillery, because a Dutch barn in a war. I could say I can't fight. I've got to go and turn apples into ethanol. I don't know what would ever want me now. Maybe 40 years ago. I don't even know if this is working, because it doesn't come up anymore. It just tells me how many people are watching, but it hasn't got all the little things before, because I think you have to be don't you have to join just to ask a question or something? I don't know. Something stupid. I don't understand it anymore. I mean, I could check. Why don't I check that I'm actually broadcasting? I'll go on my laptop and see if I'm actually broadcasting. I'll be all out of time, won't I? Hold on. Yeah, it's going out. It's happening. Good. Do you remember I did it once for half an hour and it wasn't broadcasting? Fucking annoying. I mean, it's already a waste of time. So to waste that time, I mean, it's a double fucking waste of time. My red face. I caught the sun a bit, didn't I? Played tennis. Yeah, I've been eating peanuts. That's why I'm doing that. I'm not prepared for TV, am I? That woman got in trouble for doing that. I'll just be on there reading the news like that. Yeah. More inflation. Earthquake. Right, let's get through the questions. I put it over that side for a change. Sam B. If you could only listen to one artist or band for the rest of your life, who would it be? Oh, that's too hard, because it wouldn't matter who it was. Was it like the first one that sprang to mind, David Bowie? But if I could only listen to David Bowie, it would still send me mental. You'd need someone with a massive catalogue who maybe changed, lots of different. So I mean, he's like prime contender, I'd have thought. One that's never let me. There's a few that Bob Dylan, Neil Young. I mean, all the things I listen to anyway. And I've never stopped listening to those. Cat Stevens. So yeah, I suppose I could. Radiohead maybe. Tricky. Oh God. I'd just be thinking. I go. Oh, I wish I'd. Whoever it was, you'd go. That's too difficult. I'll go David Bowie. But whoever it is, that is the beauty, isn't it, of variety and choice. That makes me laugh when people used to complain about there's too many channels on TV. You don't have to watch them. Oh no, there's 200 channels. Yeah, just watch the one you like, or better still, don't fucking watch. Isn't telly shit? Isn't ordinary telly shite now? God, blimey. I think the only thing I watch on terrestrial telly, The Chase, where one of those with titty. I think that's it. I watched The Apprentice when it was on. I just watched Netflix every night, or some sort of streaming, or you know, there's no reason to just sit in front of a telly and have no choice anymore. I think everyone agrees with me. Julia Campbell, have you watched Kin? Talking to telly, I think it's fantastic, especially the second series. I haven't, but it's on the list. It might even be next. We're just finishing something off. Do you have any new programme recommendations? Well, this year, I think maybe, I don't know why, it might have been a mixture of COVID, the writer's strike. There seemed to be less new stuff. So I watched Borgen from the beginning, all like 5 series, and the 10 years later. And we watched The Bureau from the beginning. And that you know, gave us a couple of months. Last really good new thing I watched is a thing called Deliver Me, a Swedish sort of crime drama, but more. Really good. Always watching the original. I don't think I've watched an English-speaking series for years now. Always watching the original language. Never watched dubbed. They're unwatchable dubbed. So watch Deliver Me. I think it's Netflix. Watched a good documentary the other night. Football Fraudster. About this guy who pretends to be like, you know, superstar sportsman, cons people. Always good. Like the sort of Tinder swindler type thing. They're always good. And this one's, there's this psychiatrist that sort of analyses it and, you know, tells you what he's like and how he gets away with it. Really good. Yeah, so Kin is on the list. I have heard good things about that. Taco King. What's your favourite line you've ever written? Oh, that's impossible as well. I've written a lot of lines. The first one I thought of then, and this is from the early days where people say, what's your favourite line from The Office, was probably, I think there's been a up there. But I've written a lot since. And it's all about context as well. That's a funny line because of what's happening. Brent wanting to be the centre of attention. He's trying to win by just... It's all context. That any line by itself is nothing. It depends what's happening. Unless it's a one-liner. So maybe something from a stand-up or... But I like there's lots of lines I like. Like from Afterlife. I'd rather be nowhere with her than somewhere without her. There's lines that I'm sort of proud of, but it's all contextual. Some stand-up lines maybe. Lines from the Golden Globe, because they're so standalone. They've got to be like just perfect one-off. What that were? I like the one from the last one when I said to them all, if you started a streaming service, you'd call your agent. When I said they'd spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So they're sort of like, I suppose they're good standalone lines. I think one of the first lines I ever wrote for the Golden Globes when I knew I was doing it was, I like a drink as much as the next man, unless the next man is Mel Gibson. That's hard, that one. Keena, do you ever plan on writing a book? I assume you mean a novel. I've written children's books and, you know, script books and Brent's song book, but they don't count. They're too easy. But have I ever considered writing 100,000 word novel? God, blimey, it's too hard. I mean, the answer is yes, but then I go, it's too hard. I did think about it. I remember when I was sort of 18, 19, 20, and I was thinking of doing things. You know what I mean? You want to be a pop star and an astronaut and a novelist and all those things that you think of, an artist, all those things you dabble in. You go, nah, I'm not right, or it's too hard, or you find something you like more. So early days, I might have. I remember when I was on the dole, and I must have thought about writing a novel, because I used to go to the library every day. I used to go to museums and libraries, and spend my time thinking I've got to do something, either get fit or learn something. And I used to go to the library every day, and I remember looking at how to write a novel, one of those books, how to write a novel, and it just ended up annoying me. And it made me decide, if I ever did write a novel, what my first line would be, because this book annoyed me. It was quite a stuffy old book. I think it was one of those books that was written in the 50s or 60s. I don't know, but I remember I skim read it in the note, and it said never start a novel describing the weather, right? And it said never start a novel with swearing. And that made me decide that if I ever did write a novel, the first sentence was going to be, it was raining like a... Just because that book annoyed me. Oh, God. So, yeah. I do this thing with Jane, right? If we're walking down the street, right? And there's just a really sweet old lady or man, like really sort of, classic, like 95, bent double, can hardly walk. I go to Jane, what's this playing at? Like that, right? To annoy her or make her laugh, right? And, and now I've got it that I can say it at the last minute, so it panics Jane. They never hear, right? But I can even do it without looking, so just Jane can hear and it panics her. This person's done. I can do it without moving my lips now. I can go, what's this cunt doing? What's this cunt doing? It's a skill, isn't it? Oh, God. There's something wrong with me. What's this one? Andy Hughes. If you weren't rich and famous, what job do you think you'd be doing? What was I what was I doing? I was sort of in entertainment, so I couldn't be still doing, I couldn't be an entertainment manager at my age. That would be a bit much, wouldn't it? Organising fucking drill discos. Fucking hell. Well, the last real job I had, I suppose, was at the radio station, which is on the cusp, isn't it, of real job and popping up on air. So I'd probably be doing a normal job, but I might be popping up on local radio, or I don't know, or doing the odd stand-up gig. Because before I was doing this sort of professionally, when I had a real job, I was thinking of doing the odd bit of stand-up as an outlet. So, I don't know. And would I have been doing business things and being an entrepreneur? And I don't know. I'd still be doing something that was like quite fun and interesting. I hope. I don't know. Or go the other way and those are things that I could be a landscape gardener. I like gardening, and that's so difficult. I don't think I'd have retrained and or anything like that, or gone back into science, or I'd probably have a podcast, wouldn't I? Because everyone with normal jobs now do. So I'd have a normal job, and hopefully I'd be doing a podcast and being me, but people would be going, "Who the fuck is he?" That's all. I just wouldn't be rich and famous, but I'd still be me, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I? Be a bit weird, wouldn't it? If I was me, but not rich and famous, and I still said all the stupid fucking things, they'd just think I was mental. Because at the moment they can go, "Oh, he's a comedian. Oh, he's rich and famous, so he can get away with that." That is just a bloke going around saying these fucking stupid things. People go, "Keep away from him, he's mental. He's actually mental." Ash, what would you like to be in the next life? A frog, a chimp, or an elephant? And why? Well, I wouldn't want to be a frog because I wouldn't know I was a frog, would I? I might as well be a rock. Frogs don't sit around thinking, "Oh, I'll have a nice worm today." They don't think, do they? They've got no... I mean, that's like not existing, isn't it, really? For me to choose, I mean, it's fine if you're a frog, being a frog, but it would be I think, I love animals, but I think that would be a little bit of a calm down. It's like I can't imagine not thinking, so elephant or a chimp. I mean, the chimp is the one to choose, isn't it? Because it's the closest thing to humanity. Because I imagine elephants and chimps sort of introspect a bit. They're aware of, they're intelligent, aren't they? And they have emotions, and I think I'd have to choose chimp. Because it's the closest thing to what I can imagine being, I think. I wouldn't want to be a frog. Just being picked up by someone and you go, "Oh, fuck, they're a biology teacher. I'm fucked. I am absolutely fucked." I hate that. Chloe, any news on when you'll take your new material on tour? And I hope that hat wasn't one of your favourites. It was, Pickle likes destroying my hat. It was one of my favourites. But it's one of these, right? This isn't the one. This is a newer version. She's got an older one. I've got 3 of these. I play tennis in them. They are my favourite hat because they're really soft and stretchy, right? They're just great. They're my favourite. I don't know if Head are watching. These are the best caps ever. They're so comfortable and soft. They're the only ones I like wearing. You don't do them in black. That's one thing. Do them in black. I think you only do them in grey, white and blue, which is fine. I would have chosen black, but they're so good. I'd have them in other colours than my favourite colour. So, yeah. Keep that away from her though, so she can't destroy that one as well. That was like an advert, wasn't it? For Head. I should get some money for that. Or at least a lifetime supply of hats. I could just buy some more. I think they're 15 quid. Any news on when you take a tour? Yeah, I mean, it's happening. I've done about 40 or 50 new material nights, honing it. Got about 50 minutes now. It got to 45 really quickly, and I was sort of adding stuff. But when you got a really good sort of 45 and you add something, it stands out as not very good. So you go, "Oh fuck, that's ruined the 40." You know what I mean? You lose your nerve a little bit. Also, when you got 45 and you get better at that 45, you sort of do it faster and you hone it, and it goes back to 43. You got to put another bit in. So I've cracked the 50-minute mark. And when I've got a definite 60, I'll put the tickets on sale, and I reckon I reckon I'll do my first full ticket price gig in a theatre September, October. And I'll do theatres up till Christmas. Then I'll start doing arenas in UK and Europe. And I'll do all my favourite places, and America. I'll do, the usual. I think I'll do the Hollywood Bowl again, New York, all my favourite European capitals and all that. Get that done. Netflix have already. I can't say too much, but you will be watching it either live or on Netflix. That's all I'll say. Jeannie, could you take a week's vacation and not think about work? No. I don't think we've had a proper vacation, a week somewhere, walking, sitting on the beach, I don't know, for 30 odd years. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I'd do it now. I don't think I'd like it. Well, I never really, I can't do one of those when you just sit around the pool or for a week. I'd like a couple of days off. I like when we go, I do a gig and I have 40 hours off and I do a gig. That's nice. That's a little break. But I just don't think, I can't do anything and not think of work. I mean, I could enjoy not actually having work. I'd love a day off to mooch around and do what I want. I'd like a doing things holiday, a tennis holiday or a windsurfing holiday, I suppose. But I think a week's even too long for that. Couple of days of that, couple of days sitting around. I mean, I just think I use it to think of stuff and come up with new things. That is my favourite thing, having time to create. So it would be impossible now, I couldn't do that. I could do it, I could not be on the phone, but I'd still be thinking of work and thinking of ideas. Monsieur Dougal. Bonjour, Monsieur Ricky. Do you have a tool belt, and what's your favourite hand tool? I don't have a tool belt, but I like the idea of one. I'd like it to be like a bat belt though. It wouldn't just be for DIY, it'd be for everything, wouldn't it? Favourite hand tool? It's got to be an axe or a hammer, because they also double up as a weapon. So, knocking nails in, smashing burglars in the face. Axe, lovely. Oh, I love an axe. It's great, isn't it? I love walking around museums when you see the medieval axes and Viking axes. We saw one axe that was like an axe with a pointy bit. So you could go, do I smash his face in or poke him in the eye? They feel right as well, don't they? The axe or the little axe and the claw hammer. It's my favourite tool. Where the term tooled up comes from. I mean, the chisel, it's great. I watch those videos when they're just like making things. Just a real good craftsman just making something, a dovetail joint, I love all that. Just restoring a table. I love all that. I just can't do it though. Well, I probably could if I put the effort. It's possible. I have the capability, I guess. If I did a year's training. No, I love good workmanship. I think it's great, but I haven't got the patience or the skill. Yeah. When talking of weaponry, when Jane ever asked me, she says, "Oh, it's your birthday soon. Give me a list of ideas." I do a thing like knuckle duster, shoe with retractable blade. Walking stick, there's the sword. She goes, oh, seriously, what do you want? Individual drone, jetpack. Well, that's it, isn't it? What another load of bollocks that's been. Thanks very much for following. Thanks for retweeting everything. Thanks for helping animal charities. Can of water. We've even moved the where we get the water from to the UK to help the carbon footprint. Saving the planet, getting it drunk. Be nice to animals. Cheers. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye. Ducky, is there anything you have had to cut out of mortality because you think it went too far or that people were not ready to hear it? Not really, because no. There's things that might get a gasp early on, then you explain it and you make it. You have to find a reason to say something, and then I think people are okay with it. That's what annoys me, this myth. People go, oh, anyone can go out and just be offensive. Go on, try it. Just try it, right? But, well, first you wouldn't sell any tickets, right? But imagine just going out to a sold-out show and doing 10 minutes and just being offensive. People would, they go, who's this? Within the 30 seconds you go, yeah, there's more to it. There's a trick to this. So people say, oh, anyone can make anything funny by swearing. Again, have it a go. Just go out there and do it and just swear a lot. See how far you get. You'll soon go, yeah, it's jokes as well, isn't there? There's a reason. That's just a total myth. So no, there's nothing that I think, once it's honed, it's either good enough or it isn't. I mean, you drop the very bottom. If you record 80 minutes and you want your special to be 65, you have to lose 15, and you lose the worst 15. But it doesn't mean that 15 was bad. It means the other stuff was better. And I've done that. I've cut things, and then the next tour I've started them again, and I've got them better, and they've made it because they're the best stuff. So it depends. Anything can happen. No, there's nothing that I'd. You cut if the reason sometimes you cut things because something happened in the world. Like you could be doing a great routine about something or someone, and then another of that something happens. So I could be talking about an earthquake, and then an earthquake happens that night, and you go, better not do the earthquake stuff. Do you know what I mean? Or you're talking about someone and they die. You go, I'll probably drop that bit tonight. So there's certain things are in your head. But in general, it's either good or it isn't. It's either worthy as a joke or it isn't. Yes, the Dutch Barn. I co-own that company. And yeah, all the adverts I've been doing, they can never get on telly. Well, I'm going to do some for telly maybe, just take out some of the swearing. And it's made in Yorkshire from apples. It's we got our own orchard and everything. I'm a farmer, officially. I told you, didn't I? So if there's a war, I couldn't fight. Like, they'd fucking have me anyway. We need that fat old bloke. Why? He's got 4 hands. 4. See?
These people are in power, and they're in power on a tiny sliver of the electorate. Keir Starmer got 34% of all those that voted in the British general election. But he only got 19% of all the people who could have voted in that election. And so a guy with 19% of the British public's support got 63% of the seats in the British Parliament. And now he's busy ennobling his friends, cronies and donors, putting them in the House of Lords, making them members of Parliament for life. So I agree with you. We should fight for accountability. We should demand it. But the ultimate accountability is when they stand up for election. That's why I am clear about the elections in May. Anybody but Labour. Vote for anybody but Labour. Labour must be destroyed.
Try Dutch Barn. Yes, it might make me $1 billion, but when I die, that'll go to worthy causes, won't it? That's why I haven't had kids. Even though my kids don't exist, I hate the little to have all my money. Right, that'll do. Campbell, what was the reaction? What has the reaction been to the title of your current stand-up show? I'm going to get a ticket while they're still cheap. Mortality, I don't know. I suppose. I mean, all my titles are sort of. They're largely irrelevant. It's something to hang off. There's a slight theme, but you always end up talking about the same sort of stuff, don't you? Your life, what you've seen. I deal in the same subjects. I always have, because I'm interested in the big subjects, you know, life and death and morality and all that. So I don't think the reaction to the show's been great, but it always is. Every time I do a show, I tour for a year. Every night is fantastic, sold out, everyone loved it. It's not until it goes on Netflix and someone gets a clip and someone puts it up and says, this is disgusting. And everyone goes, yeah, it's awful. They weren't there. They weren't there. So I only do it for the people who bought a ticket, got up, went out. I do it for them and they have a great night. Now it goes on Netflix. I'm not really bothered, but because people can then package outrage. They go to a show, they can't really go, there's nowhere to go. What do? Tweet, I didn't like it. Someone goes, oh, whatever. But when they get a little clip and go, look at this terrible bit, look at this awful, offensive bit, people can go, yeah. But the good thing about that sort of thing is it's come out the other side. No one really cares now. You know, the last sort of few years, people have been able to stir up trouble, but you just ride the waves, or I did, and now I think no one even cares. Now someone tries to stir up trouble, people go, yeah, you're we know, we assumed, which is good. I think they sort of overplayed their hand a little bit. They cried wolf too many times. So I suppose that's the good thing that's come out of cancel culture. People just go, shut the up. They still try though. Good luck to them.
Yes or no?
No, that's not a yes or no.
Yes, it's a yes or no.
I don't think it is.
Okay, well, we'll take that as a you don't know what you represent.
Oh,
But this, as director of the NIH, you did sign off on these so-called. And as a dog lover, I want to tell you this is disgusting. And what?
They need to be called out and shamed, brother.
Roxette, listen to your heart. It's good advice, good medical advice. You know what I mean? That's what doctors do, isn't it? They listen to your heart. So if they do it, good luck to them. Who are we to judge?
And these experiments that happen to beagles paid for by the American taxpayer. And I want you to know Americans don't pay their taxes for animals to be like this. So the type of science that you are representing, Mr. Fauci, is abhorrent. You confess that you made up the rules, including 6 feet social distancing and masking of children.
I never said I made anything up.
You admitted that you made it up. You
I
made it
didn't
up as
say
you went.
I made it up.
So are you saying this is fake news, Mr.
I
Fauci?
didn't say I made anything up.
What did you say?
I said that it is not based in science and it just appeared.
That's all right, isn't it? I mean, I doubt anyone puts that first. It's a highly skilled job. They're doctors, and then specialists. So they've done like 7-8 years training and all the training on the job. So, I mean, they're the best in the world, but I don't think an 18-year-old at a university doing medicine looks down the list: brain surgery, thoracic surgeon, endocrine specialist, ear, nose, throat, arseholes. Can I do arseholes? And they'll go, yeah. That can't be first choice, can it? I want to be a brain surgeon. You only got 40%, Bobby. Oh, can I still be a doctor? Yeah, you can be a doctor, but turn the gurney round. You won't be going near their head. Okay? It's not bad though. That's not bad. I'd rather do it than have it done to me. Again, I'm not volunteering to shove cameras up people's asses. If it was like a gun to my head, do you want me to shove something up your ass, or you've got to shove up someone up? Actually, I don't know. It depends what it is, I suppose. If it was an ice lolly, it might be like in a hot weather. That might be. Don't shove ice lollies up your ass. I'm not a doctor, but don't do that.
Science. And making up guidelines like 6 feet distancing and masking of children. Do you think that's appropriate? Do the American people just like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor, you're Mr. Minutes. No, I don't need your answer. That man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked, and he belongs in prison.
Don't suspend.
Here you are, without your mask, where you got to go and enjoy the game and sit right.
Colonoscopy, coroner sawing a skull off. That's horrible, isn't it? Again, though, it's a dead person. It's like, it's not them. It's just their. I mean, still horrible, yeah. It's different, isn't it? Because the arse is a live person, and they're probably checking up on you. You're shoving the finger out, and they're checking. First of all, they're saying, can I see your diploma? And then just making sure what you're doing back there. Whereas you don't get any jip from a dead body, so there's that. It's probably not messy, is it, either? Because is it all congealed? I don't know. Arse, live arse, dead skull. Don't know. Or crime scene cleaner, shoveling up guts. Again, see, that's horrible, isn't it? I mean, that's horrible because something terrible has happened and it's fresh. And you've got to be really careful. You can't fuck things up. Do you know what I mean? If you're a coroner and you're going, right, we've got to find the murderer, and you sneeze, they go, what's your DNA? You go, I sneezed. I go, yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says that. I mean, I think I'd have to go for being the worst. What's the worst? But crimes, it's exciting, isn't it? Coroner. That's got to be a shit. That's all horrible, isn't it? It's all down there. It's all cold. You got to speak to the relatives. He's died, and now I've got to saw his head off. Why is it straight to the head? Do they always do that? Do they have to do that? Can't they just... If someone's hit by a bus, do you care what they go hit by a bus? Does it matter? I don't know. That's the worst one. Go in every day, you're just seeing a dead person with a grief-stricken family. That's got to be the worst job. I don't mean it's it's not a terrible thing to do. Good, someone's got to do it, and it's a great. I feel that I've got to give coroner the same sort of deal as I gave the arse doctor. Right. Is it first choice? Maybe. I think if you're a student, you're a goth. You go, I don't want asses, I want dead people. And they go, right. There's something for everyone. Like loads of students, you go, right, you with a white face and the spider's web tattoo, you're on dead people. Brilliant. You with the little fingers, you're an arse doctor. Oh, God.
All the conspiracy theorists were correct. Every single one of them.
Right. Started well, innit? Look at that big red post-bath face. Big, fat, bloated pig man. Oh. Fucking hell. Grey, fat, wrinkled, balding. So I have my hair cut every couple of weeks, and every time the sort of barber holds up the mirror, it sort of gets worse and worse, thinner and greyer, right? And this time they said, those I can see sort of like patches of scalp and everything, and they went, that's temporary. Rosemary oil sorts that out. I went, oh, cheers. I thought it doesn't. I don't believe any of that. This does that. This plumps you up. This anti-aging this, and biology wins, right? But we had some rosemary oil, so I put that on. I thought, well, I'll give it a go. And then Jane said I smell like a roast dinner. Isn't it? So I'm just going to get fatter and balder and die. Every day I wake up and go, oh, I ache all over. I've just taken an aspirin because I had a headache. I never get a headache. In fact, it's always, you know what I mean? You getting loads of things I've never had before. I go, what's that? I've never had a pain there before. I didn't know that had stuff in it to have a fucking pain in it. But it's just... Oh, God. It was Schopenhauer said, life is pain. Why do I never get ill? Well, you do get ill, but you sort of, unless it's like really life-threatening, I sort of still gig. I talked about it in my last show, my back went, I had like a weightlifter's belt on, trying to keep leaning on a chair once at a gig in Bristol. I've done it with flu, where I could hardly talk. So, yeah, I don't want to cancel a gig. It's all that admin. The pressure's on, because people say things like, and this happens every gig. Someone says, I've flown from Australia, especially. And I think, well, this gig can never be cancelled. I can never. Oh, God. Oh, just the pressure of it. People are flying. And in Europe, they fly from all over Europe as well. If I played Paris or something, they just come from everywhere. They come from Greenland and Greece. And so I always feel like I can never let them die. Even just go out there and just go out there and say I'm dying, but I'm here. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know why I've got that thing. But I don't know if is it control? Is it an OCD that I can't cancel something once it's in there? I feel like that as well. If I've got a thing and they go, a business thing, they go, I'll see you at 10. They go, can you make it 11? I want to go, forget it. I don't like a change in the diary. like fucking Rain Man. So yeah, but I think mostly is I don't want to let them down, and then the admin is a nightmare. Not for me, someone has to do it, but I don't. COVID killed me cancelling gigs and postponing them and moving. It just killed me, and then I quite got used to it. Yeah, no, I don't have a superpower. I never want to take no for an answer. I don't want anything to stop anything that's planned. So yeah, but I feel shit all the time though. I got this sometimes, and I have a little a twang or a headache, or I think is that a heart attack or is that a stroke? And I think just keep going. You know what I mean? You got to keep going, haven't you? You're not going to make it worse, are you? You're either going to die or you're not. So if you die, that's fine. You did your best. And you're at peace. So yeah, just keep going. I think that in general, just keep going. I treat my body like an old car, just an old fucking car. I'm just gonna run it into the ground to just like fucking stops at the side of the road, and that's it. And someone has to come and take it away and fucking squash it for scrap. That's metaphorically my life I'm talking about. That's why the show's called Mortality, isn't it? I'm getting a cold, I think. I'm getting a bit chesty now. I can hear it in my voice. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've got something coming on. Fucking hell. Got to go to Liverpool this week. That's a good thing. I'm not saying I've got to go. I mean, I've got a gig this week. No, fuck, I've got to go to Liverpool. I love Liverpool. I'm saying I won't cancel. Well, unless I die, I'll be there. So yes, Dutch Barn. Buy some Dutch Barn. Register for Dutch Barn. Get the priority tickets on Wednesday to one of my gigs, or just buy it for Christmas. Buy someone. Oh, and that's another thing. Yeah, I also do. I've bankrolled that. That's my company as well now. Can of Water. Get Can of Water. Sparkling and still. Also very sustainable. Aluminium to try and cut down on single-use plastics, destroying the oceans. So, Dutch Barn, Can of Water, mortality tickets. Fucking hell. Fridge freezer for sale. Thanks for following. See you soon. I've got to turn this off now, haven't I? Look, squinting already. Tatty bye, everyone. That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Tatty bye.
Now it's all getting a bit intense. Maybe it's time for something completely different.
Hi, I'm Ricky Gervais, and I've taken time out of my busy schedule filming extras, coming soon, to be here in Germany, to wish England the very best of luck. In fact, I'm with a couple of the lads now, Peter Crouch and Wayne Rooney.
Thanks for having us, Rick.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah.
Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
All right.
How's it going? What would you say to these people who are criticising you two playing up front together? They're saying it really can't gel because, you know, of the height difference.
You said I'm lanky?
No.
You saying I'm short like?
No, I'm just saying that maybe with a long ball game that, you know, that might suit you, but it won't suit Wayne because he's not as good in the air. That's
You don't know what we're talking about. We've got a system. You don't know what we're talking about. So just send the ball in.
Okay.
Yeah. Wayne! Goal! High five. Wayne, you little...
Oh dear. That's not going to work with a 4-5-1 formation, is it?
I don't know what it is about little people like that. I just love them, man. I love them.
Fantastic.